Hello and welcome to Nikolay's genetics lessons, and today's problem is cystic fibrosis is a genetic disorder in homozygous recessive that causes death during the teenage years. If 9 out of 10,000 newborn babies have the disease, what is the expected frequencies of the dominant allele A1 and recessive allele A2 according to the Hardy-Weinberg model? In order to solve this problem, all we need to know is Hardy-Weinberg formula, where F stands for the frequency of the three genotypes, and the first one is going to be P squared homozygous dominant plus 2PQ heterozygous genotype plus Q squared, which stands for the homozygous recessive genotype, and all combined would equal to 1 or 100%. Again, P squared here stands for the genotype which is A1, 2PQ stands for the heterozygous genotype which is A1, A2, and Q squared stands for the homozygous recessive genotype which is A2, A2 according to our problem. We also know that occurrence of this disease, this genetic disorder, is 9 out of 10,000. So this is homozygous recessive genotype. In our formula, Q squared stands for the homozygous recessive genotype, and here recessive genotype means phenotype. So we have 9 out of 10,000 people who belong to this genotype and express this genetic disorder phenotypically. This also means that the rest would belong to these two genotypes, which makes one phenotype. And the rest are going to be 9,991 out of 10,000. And the second phenotype is going to be this part in the formula. This is going to be people who is going to express this genetic disorder. So if you know that frequency of the Q squared equal to 9 divided by 10,000, that means it equal to 0.0009. This is going to be a frequency of this genotype, which is homozygous recessive or A2 genotype. Now we can find the frequency of the Q or A2 allele in our formula. So we just have to take a square root of the 0.0009. And this is going to be 0.03. And this is frequency of the recessive A2 allele or Q. Now you also have to understand that three genotypes are made by only two alleles, A1 and A2. So let me use different color and A2 alleles. So that means that P allele plus Q allele would equal to 1 or 100%. And for the P stand A1 allele, and for the Q, A2 allele. And if we know that the frequency of the Q allele or A2 is 0.03, we instantly know that frequency of the dominant allele, because only two alleles in this gene pool, is going to be 0.97. And now we can choose the correct answer. And this is going to be answer C. Frequency of the A1 allele is 0.97 and frequency of the A2 allele is 0.03. And this is all for today. Subscribe and see you in the next video. Goodbye.